Let's talk about a phrase that's been buzzing in Japanese political circles lately: reciprocal ordering. It sounds like bureaucratic jargon, but it points to a controversy that strikes at the core of how public money is spent and who it benefits. The party at the center of this is Nippon Ishin no Kai gun scandal. It's about a pattern, a series of transactions that, when you connect the dots, paint a concerning picture. The mechanism works like this. A Diet member from Ishin has a publicly funded budget for research and policy work. They then issue a contract, say for survey analysis or report compilation, to a specific company or group. The catch: the head of that group is often a local Ishin assembly member from, for example, Osaka. Then, in a neat reversal, that same local assembly member, who also has a public budget for their local duties, turns around and awards a contract to an organization linked to the very same national Diet member. The money flows in a circle from the national purse to the local purse, but seemingly stays within a tight network of party affiliates. Now, on paper, each transaction might have a justification. Research was conducted, reports were filed, but the reciprocal nature raises an obvious red flag. It creates a system where public funds, your taxes, appear to be recycled within a closed political group rather than being competitively awarded for the best and most independent work. The beneficiaries are not external experts or think tanks, but entities deeply embedded in the party's own structure. Critics argue this turns public policy budgets into a form of political nourishment, a way to financially support the party's ecosystem under the guise of administrative work. The implications are significant. First, it challenges the principle of fair competition. Public contracts are supposed to be awarded based on merit and value, not political affiliation. This practice, if widespread, sidelines neutral experts and concentrates influence. Second, it blurs the line between party and public interest. Is the primary goal of this spending to develop sound policy, or is it to strengthen the financial and organizational network of the party itself? When an assembly member receives funds from a Diet member's office and then returns the favor, it can create bonds of obligation that prioritize loyalty over public scrutiny. Ishin, of course, defends its actions. The party states that all procedures were followed, that work was actually done, and that there is nothing illegal about hiring capable individuals who understand the party's policy goals. They frame it as efficiency, working with trusted people who share their vision for reform, especially from their political base in Osaka. This defense highlights the gray area. The problem often isn't outright illegality, but a profound ethical ambiguity that erodes public trust. It fosters a perception that the political class operates a closed shop where access to public resources is granted through connections, not open bidding. This story matters because it transcends one party. It tests Japan's political funding controls and the robustness of its auditing systems. Are the oversight mechanisms strong enough to catch and deter these circular flows of money? Or do the rules have gaps wide enough for such practices to become normalized? The concern is that if this becomes an accepted tactic, it will encourage a culture where public office is subtly leveraged for party building, diverting funds from their intended purpose of serving the broader public interest. Ultimately, the reciprocal ordering controversy is a lens through which to examine modern political power. It's about how parties sustain themselves, how networks of influence are cemented, and how the firewall between state resources and political machinery is maintained. The answer to whether this is becoming the norm won't just come from investigating Ishin, but from a broader societal demand for transparency that forces all parties to open their books and justify every yen of public spending, not just to auditors, but to the citizens who provide it.